السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم طلاب الأعزاء بريب 1 في حلقة جديدة ودرس جديد من دروس الماث. In the last video we are studied the operation addition and subtraction and we are talk about properties of addition and subtraction and how to know addition and subtraction in cube. Today we will study lesson 4 properties of multiplication and know how to make multiplication. Okay, let's start. Let's go. First one, properties of multiplication operation in cube. The closure property. Closure. What's the meaning of closure? For example, 5 over 8 times 7 over 8. 5, if I will make 5 times 7, it will be 35. And 8 multiply 8, it will be 64. All of us know that 5 over 8 it's belong to cube, and 7 over 8 belong to cube, and also 35 over 64 also belong to cube. Then the times of any two rational number must be belong to cube. This means closure property. So if we have a over b belong to cube and c over d belong to q, then a multiply c over b multiply d belong to q. اوكي، يبقى الفيرست 1 يا شباب ان احنا عندنا الكلوجر بروبرتي، ان احنا هنا شايفين ال 5 over 8 هي belong للكيو وال 7 over 8 belong للكيو، فلما اعمل النيميريتور تايمز والدينومينيتور تايمز هيبقى بردك الانسر بتاعتي هلاقيها belong للكيو، عشان كده بقول ان هي كلوجر بروبرتي. Second one, commutative property. For example, if we have 5 over 7 multiply 2 over 3. If I make 5 multiply 2, it will be 10, and 7 multiply 3, it will be 21. And if I make replace between two rational number like this, 2 over 3 multiply 5 over 7. 2 multiply 5 also equals 10. And 3 multiply 7 equals 10. We have the same answer. Do you see? 10 over 21 and 10 over 21. So 5 over 7 multiply 2 over 3 equals 2 over 3 multiplies 5 over 7. This means commutative property. Commutative property. So if we have a over b belong to q and c over d belong to q, then a multiply a over b multiply c over d equals c over d multiply a over b. يبقى عندنا second property يا شباب commutative property، ان انا اقدر اعمل replace field times like 2 multiply 3 and we can make also 3 multiply 2. 2 multiply 3 equals 6 and 3 multiply 2 equals 6. Okay? Number 3, associative property. What's the meaning of associative property? 2 over 3 multiply 1 over 4 multiply 3 over 2. If I make 1 multiply 3, it will be 3, and 4 multiply 2, 8. Now we can make 2 multiply 3, it will be 6, and 3 multiply 8, it will be 24. Some of you will change next to this bracket like this. 2 over 3 multiply 1 over 4 multiply 3 over 2. We have the same answer also, 6 over 24. This means associative property. So if we have a over b belong to q and c over d belong to q and e over f belong to q, so we can make a over b multiply c over d multiply e over f equals c over d multiply a over b multiply e over f. We have the same answer. يبقى الثيرد property يا شباب ايه هي؟ associative property. اللي احنا نقدر نعمل multiply between any two numbers, between any two rational numbers. Okay. Number 4, multiplicative identity. احنا طبعا خدنا في الفيديوز اللي فاتت اللي هي additive identity and we know that the additive identity is 0. يبقى multiplicative identity is 1. Why? Because 5 over 8 multiply 1 also equal 1 times 5 over 8 equals 5 over 8. يبقى هنا multiplicative identity شباب in Q is 1. 1 is a multiplicative identity in Q. Type. Number 5, the multiplicative inverse. All of us know that in the last video we have additive inverse. How to make additive inverse? It change sign. Positive it will be negative, and negative it will be positive. But in multiplicative inverse, what I will do, I will make flip. Flip. What's the meaning of flip? Reciprocal. What means if we have A over B, it will be B over A. This means multiplicative inverse. This means what? Multiplicative inverse. Why? Because if we make A over B multiply B over A must be equals 1. يبقى multiplicative inverse ان انا الراشونال نمبر بتاعي لو انا عملت له تايمز للفلاب بتاعته فهيبقى equals 1 اللي هو multiplicative identity. طيب تعالى كده نشوف examples على multiplicative inverse. If I said complete multiplicative inverse of 2 over 3. What is the multiplicative inverse of 2 over 3? I will make flip 3 over L2. Type. Second one, multiplicative inverse of 1 and 2 over 3. Oh, we have mixed number, so must be convert it to improper fraction. 3 drop 3 in denominator and then 3 multiply 1 3 and then make plus, it will be 5 over 3. Now the number is what? 5 over 3. Now find the multiplicative inverse of 5 over 3. It will be 3 over L5. Okay. Next one, multiplicative inverse of 0.2. 0.2 decimal number. In the first, convert decimal number into 2 fraction. How to make it? We can write 0.2 on calculator and then equal, it will be 1 over L5. Then multiplicative inverse of 1 over 5 is 5 over 1, or we can write 5. Okay? Okay, next example, multiplicative inverse of 0.2 recurring decimal number. الريكورينج decimal number اللي احنا 0.2 بعملها على الكالكوليتر 0.many2 يبقى هيبقى equals 2 over L9. يبقى multiplicative inverse 9 over L2. طيب multiplicative inverse of 3 or negative 3. ده هنا integer number. الانتجر number its denominator is 1. So the multiplicative inverse of negative 3 over 1, it will be negative 1 over 3. Some of you ask me why you didn't write 1 over negative 3. It's also correct, but I prefer put negative in numerator. Okay? يبقى المultiplicative inverse ان احنا بنعمل flip للنمبر. بعمل flip للفراكشن بتاعي للراشونال نمبر. اوكي يا شباب؟ طيب تعالى كده نشوف next property. Next property اللي هي multiplication distribution over addition and subtraction. What's the meaning of distribution? For example, if we have 5 over 11 multiply 6 over 7 plus 5 over 11 times 1 over 7. What I will do, look, be careful, we have 5 over 11 is repeated. Yes, is a common. So I will write 1 5 over 11 like this. And then make multiply. And then open bracket. And then make slash above 5 over 11 and multiply. And 5 over 11 and then multiply. The remainder now is 6 over 7 plus 1 over 7. This is called distribution property. Distributive property. اوكي يبقى هنا يا شباب انا بشوف ايه الكومن نمبر بالنسبه لي هو ال 5 over 11 ده الكومن. يبقى نقدر نعمل هنا ايه؟ نقدر نعمل ان ال 5 over 11 take only 5 over 11 and multiply and then open bracket and write 6 over 7 plus 1 over 7 هتبقى equal 5 over 11. طيب اللي انا عملته ده لو انت عملت تايمز للتو راشونال نمبر دول والتايمز للتو راشونال نمبر دول هيطلع هنا 30 over 77 و5 over 77 هيطلع الانسر برضك هيبقى 5 over 11. بدل ما بنعمل الستبس دي كلها انا بعمل الستيب بتاعت الديستريبيوشن بروبرتي. هي اهو الانذر ديستريبيوشن عشان بس نعمل explain البوينت دي كده البروبرتيز اوف multiplication. اوكي تعال نشوف important note. ايه important note دي؟ الزيرو doesn't have multiplicative inverse. يبقى هنا الراشونال number doesn't have multiplicative inverse is zero. Why? Because any number divided zero it's called unknown or has meaning less or not defined. يبقى نخلي بالنا يا شباب any number divided zero has meaningless or not defined or unknown. اوكي طيب تعالى كده احنا عملنا properties of multiplication. تعالى بقى how to make multiply. But before that must be know that to multiply 4 positive multiply positive it will be positive 8. But if I have negative multiply negative multiply negative also equals positive. But if I have negative multiply positive equals negative multiply positive multiply negative equals negative. اوكي تعالى كده نشوف يا شباب البوينت الثاني multiplying two rational number. How to make multiply. First example, if we have 3 over 5 multiply 4 over 7 we can do it by using calculator. Yes, but you can use this in calculator in question complete and choose. But if I say find or show steps so must be I want step. Okay, so how to make 3 over 5 multiply 4 over 7? I will make numerator multiply by numerator and then denominator multiply denominator. So 3 multiply 4 it will be 12 and 5 multiply 7 it will be 35. Next one, negative 3 over 5 multiply 4 over 7 like the first one, numerator multiply numerator and denominator multiply denominator. But here we have negative so it will be negative 12 over 35. Next one, 2 over 5 multiply negative 7 over 9. Also make numerator multiply numerator. 2 multiply negative 7 and 5 multiply 9. 2 multiply negative 7 it will be negative 14 and 5 multiply 9 it will be 45. Make sure the answer in simplest form. How to make this? You can make 12 divided 35 by using calculator. Okay? Next one, negative 3 over 4 multiply negative 9 over 10. What I will do? I will make numerator multiply numerator and denominator multiply denominator. So negative multiply negative it will be positive and 3 multiply 9 it will be 27 and 4 multiply 10 equals 40. Okay? تعال نشوف الاكزامبل ده شوية. Negative 0.5 and 4 over 7. This is decimal number. So what I will do? We can write it on calculator. It will be negative 1 over 2. Multiply 4 over 7. Some of you can make simplify in the first step. Like this. We can make divide 2 and here divide by 2. It will be 2 here and here it will be 1. Okay? And then make multiply. Why make like this? Because the 2 and 4 has a common divisible number. What's the common divisible number? Divided by 2. Okay? Negative 1 multiply 2 it will be negative 2 and 1 multiply 7 it will be 7. Some of you don't forget how to make simplify. So we can make like this. Negative 1 multiply 4, it will be negative 4, and 2 multiply 7, it will be 14. Now we can make divide by 2 and divide by 2. It will be also negative 2 over 7. The same answer. The next one. Oh, we have mixed number. So in the first step, I will convert the mixed number to improper fraction. We can use calculator also. How to make this on calculator? Write on calculator. Shift, click shift, and then make fraction, and then write the mixed number. And then click equals. It will be negative 30 over 7. And then also we can write it on calculator. It will be negative 19 over 6. Some of you can make by your mind. How? Drop 7 and 7 multiply 4, it's 28. 28 plus 2, it will be 30. And this also. 6 drop denominator and 6 multiply 3, it will be 18. 18 plus 1, it will be 19. Now we can use calculator to make multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Like this. It will be negative multiply negative, it will be positive. It will be 570 over 42. 2 and half multiply 0.8. We have mixed number and decimal number. So I will write this number on calculator. It will be 5 over 2 and 0.8. You can use calculator. It will be 8 over 10. How to make it? We have 8 here and decimal point after one digit. So I will put 10 in denominator. Or you can use calculator to write this. It will be 4 over 5. Okay? What? 4 over 5, but here 8 over 10. This is the simplest form of 8 over 10. Okay? Now we can make multiply. 5 multiply 8, it will be 40. And 2 multiply 10, it will be 20. And then make simplest form, it will be 2. Next one. Half multiply absolute value of negative 12. In the first, absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Now, half times 12, it will be 6. Okay? Next example. Use distribution to find. First one. You remember how to make distributive property? Let's go to C. 7 multiply 5 over 11 plus 5 over 11 times 8 plus 5 over 11. Okay? We have the common rational number is 5 over 8. So I will write only 5 over 11. And then multiply. And then open bracket. And then make dash above 5 over 11. And also 5 over 11. And also 5 over 11. Now the remainder here is 7. Plus the remainder here 8. Plus the remainder here nothing. No. 1. What? No, 1? How to 1? How becomes 1? Because here we have cover multiply 1. Okay? So I will write distributive property. Now 5 over 11 multiply 7 plus 8, it will be 15. 15 plus 1, it will be 16. Now I will make times. 5 times 16 over 11. Here 11, 5 times 16, it will be 80. Okay? Next example. 2 over 9 multiply 4 plus 2 over 9 multiply 6 minus 2 over 9. What is the common rational number? Is 2 over 9. So I will write 2 over 9 multiply and then open bracket and make dash above 2 over 9. The remainder here is 4 plus the remainder here is 6 minus the remainder here is 1. Very good. Now and then write distributive property. 2 over 9 multiply 4 plus 6, it will be 10. 10 minus 1, it will be 9. We can make simplify 9 by 9, it will be 2. Okay? Next one. 4 over 13 multiply 5 plus 4 over 13 multiply 6 plus 4 over 13 multiply 2. What is the common element? Is 4 over 13. So I will write 4 over 13 and multiply and then open bracket. The remainder here is 5 plus 6 plus 2. And then write distributive property. 4 over 13 multiply 5 plus 6, 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. Now we can make simplify. It will be 4. This is the meaning of distributive property or distribution property. Okay? بكده نكون خلصنا أول جزء في lesson 4 في multiplication وعرفنا properties of multiplication and how to make multiply. أتمنى لو عجبك الفيديو ما تنساش تشترك في القناة وتفعل الجرس وتشير الفيديو لأصحابك والكومنت الجميل. أشوفكم في حلقة جديدة. Goodbye and good luck.